What's going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Titan chain tire chains on our 2020 Subaru Ascent. This is a ladder pattern style chain, so we're just going to have cross chains going over all of the tire here, and we are going to have a low carbon steel construction for everything you see here, the cams and all of our twist links up top. These aren't going to be as aggressive as some of the V-bar style chains or the big square links. Since they are twisted and they are uniform throughout all the different links, it's going to give you a lot of traction starting, stopping, and of course turning too. You almost get everything you need to install these chains with the kit. One thing you do have to get is rubber tensioners, and they just go right here, and they are rubber, so you don't have to worry about the tensioner messing up your wheel. Honestly, there is a couple of different spots, maybe with the cams like right down here, where it might make contact with your wheel, so be mindful of that. These do come in a canvas bag. I'm not really a fan of the canvas bags, but it does the job, and it does come in a pack of 2. So all you got to do is just grab one of them to be able to put it on one set of wheels. But let's just go ahead and show you how we installed these chains. First things first, just lay out your chains, make sure they're not tangled or anything like that. And then the only other thing we need to pay attention to is the cams. We want them to be on the outside of the tire so we can access them later. And then just grab in the middle of the chains and then drape them over the tire. Try to get them as even as you can. And then we'll go ahead and make a connection around back. So on one end we're going to have a hook, and on the other end we're going to have a bunch of spare links. So once we do this a couple times, we'll figure out which one's going to be the best. So I do suggest doing this in your garage so you don't have to do it for the first time in the snow, because we don't have a whole lot of clearance underneath. And it's going to be somewhat difficult to get these all installed. But that's what happens when you get a ladder pattern style chain. Connect them on. I'm going to get it as close as I can. And now we can go ahead and go around front and make our nether connection. Now in front, we'll grab our little tensioner here and pick the closest link we can. You're going to slide it in. And this is a little too tight, but we might be able to get it to work. Yeah, there we go. Fold it in, and there's a spare link on the other side that we can link it to. Still a little bit of slop, but we have some more adjustments we can do with these cams here. So we have 4 different cams here. I'm going to start with the ones on top. And you pretty much just take the tool that's included, twist them up. You can start to see how it's getting a little harder for me to tighten these up. So I'm gonna try to do all 4. See if we can get a little bit more slack out. Okay. So pretty much I used the closest one on the back, the second closest one on the front, and tightened all of the cams. And it is pretty tight. We have one more thing we need to do, and that is to put on our rubber tensioners. So with these, you just want to make sure that the hooks are going to be facing out, and you be as symmetrical as possible whenever hooking these up, just to evenly distribute all that pressure throughout the tensioner and throughout the chain. And then once we get these hooked up, go in the car, roll over them a couple times, come back out, check, make sure everything is nice and tight. If so, you're ready to hit the road. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the Titan chain snow tire chain on our 2020 Subaru Ascent.